What up, what up? It's Garage Jim, homie, and I'm here with Pre-Workout World, the ultimate authority of pre-workout supplements, man. That has a slap to it, man. The ultimate authority. You hear that, man? Ultimate authority. And today, we're reviewing Bucked Up Mother BUCKER. Warning, high stimulant pre-workout, the mother of all pre-workouts. Is it worth it? Hey, homies, click the dang subscribe button, hit the like button, hit that, man. Me and Pre-Workout World put our heart and soul into these reviews for you, man. We're going to leave no stone unturned. I am no stranger to Bucked Up. What did we review here? We reviewed their Woke here on Pre-Workout World, and this right here is quite an experience, man. We're going to talk about the facts. This was a Gym Junkie juice flavor. I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure what Gym Junkie juice is supposed to taste like, but I will tell you this, it was very good, very enjoyable. Drinking it was a joyous occasion. I don't know if it's like a fruit punch type. I don't know what it is. Maybe their website clarifies it, but it's enjoyable. One thing about the fine folks at Bucked Up, these people are major, man. I mean, Walmart, GNC, Vitamin Shop, they're everywhere, man, where the mainstream hitters are. And so one thing about the mainstream folks, they usually got their flavors down because they're appealing to a mass audience, man. So you won't be worried about flavors when it comes to Bucked Up. This just came out last year, 2023, and very nice container. It's got a nice feel to it. It's just man, this was like a so Redcon 1, man, came out with Total War Black Ops, and after that. That was like their high stim pre-workout, and it was high stim. I recently reviewed it here on Pre-Workout World, so you could check the review on the website. And then after that, they came out with Mother BUCKER, Bucked Up. They had to, throw their high stim hitter in. And then Rise came out with Stim Daddy. So all the mainstream hitters kind of stepped it up for the Stim Junkie community. And I'm just going to tell you right now, spoiler alert, personally, if somebody said, what would your favorite pre-workout at Walmart or Vitamin Shop or GNC be, it would be this one. I'm just going to tell you right now, it would be this one. This one trumps all of them to me. I think as far as a mainstream pre-workout, and I like high stim pre-workouts. I tolerate them very well, and I've reviewed over 400 pre-workouts personally. This is king to me. This is the mother of all pre-workouts at the mainstream places. So let's talk about the facts. Bless the people at Bucked Up. They're not doing that 1 scoop, 2 scoop redfish, bluefish. Dr. Seuss mumbo jumbo. They're telling you 1 scoop, 19.7 grams. A level scoop was exactly 20 to 21 grams on the scale. So you can just do a level scoop. You'll be just fine if you're not weighing it out. And I was shocked that they got it right, because every other Bucked Up product that I've used, the scooper's been way off, by 4 grams. So they got this one right. They can't play around with these high stims, man. So let's talk about the facts. Calories, 5, and you get 20 servings in a container, man. So it's on the low end, but this is a premium supplement, man. I put the GGH and Pre-Workout World stamp of approval on this one, man. So 20 servings, you're fine. All right, man, this is what they're giving us. Beta-alanine, 6.4 grams. I don't like that. I'm going to tell you why after. But that is double the clinical dose. That's the warm, fuzzy hug, the tingles, the revved up feeling, the endurance, the lactic acid buffering. Gives you the beta tingles, the itchies, the scratchies. L-citrulline, 4 gram. Pure citrulline, man, at 4 gram. That's for the pumps, the blood flow. And then nitrosogene, 1,500 milligrams. That's more pumps. L-tyrosine, 1,500 milligrams. Then they got hydroprime glycerol, 500 milligrams. So a very low amount of oh, but GGH. I saw a podcast somewhere where you have to have the clinical dose of 3-4 grams. Homie! Leave those podcasters alone, man. I always say, a little less science, a little more iron pump, and you might make some gains. The truth is, L-citrulline is very minimal at 4 grams, but it's still minimal. Then nitrosogene and glycerol. The three of those mixed together should give some very nice extraterrestrial pumps, man. That's a respectable, for a high stim pre-workout, I'd say it's sufficient for pumps, man. It's sufficient enough where I wouldn't recommend adding any pumps on top of it, because the 20 gram scoop is already, that's kind of a heavy scoop, so you don't want to weigh yourself down, man. You could throw their Pumpocalypse or whatever the heck you want on it. Anyway, let's get down to it. Then you got caffeine anhydrous, 300 milligrams. That's a nice daily driver amount of caffeine, but hold on. Himalayan rock salt, some sodium, some pumps. Some sodium, some hydration and some pumps. Alpha GPC, 300 milligrams. That gets you focused in, dialed in, thinking about the weights, forgetting about your Tinder dates. Then you got micro-encapsulated delay-release caffeine, 100 milligrams. So this is what we don't know. Does it yield 100 milligrams, or does it yield like 75 milligrams? Because like dicaffeine malate, which is caffeine bonded to malic acid, yields 75%. I don't know if this is the same. They're not specifying. So I would say this pre-workout is anywhere from 375 to 400 milligrams of total caffeine from 2 different sources. We'll assume it feels like 400, but I mean, it's hard to tell. But then you got theobromine, 100 milligrams. That's a cousin to caffeine, more stimulation, focus, mood elevation, very nice ingredient. We like to see 100 milligrams minimum, so we're right in the game, great ingredient. Estrogen, 50 milligrams for the absorption. Synactive, 50 milligrams. Then you got, here's the hitter, man. This is the star of the show. Rowolskine, 2 milligrams. That's alpha-yohimbine, man. So for you alpha-yo crybabies, this will not be for you. That is a nice amount of alpha-yo. You never know how it's sourced until you take the drink. But that's why I would weigh this out, because that alpha-yo, some of you are very on the edge about it, and 2 milligrams will slap if it's sourced well. And then huperzine A, 200 micrograms, another focus ingredient, man. It's nootropic, as they call it in the industry. So, man, they're giving you the double dose of beta-alanine, some decent pumps, enough where you don't got to throw anything out, and a bunch of stimulants and focus ingredients, man. This is a awesome formula, man. This is a hitter right here. So look, man, I took the drink. I came down to the dance floor. Me and pre-workout world, man, we both took the drink. We came down. It was time for some serious iron pumping, man. Hit the dang subscribe button, man. Hit the like button. Here we go. This is what happened. So look, I just want to say, if you are an experienced pre-workout user, I think you're going to love this thing. I think you're going to absolutely love this. If you are a beginner, I would not take this at the full scoop. I mean, this thing slaps. This thing definitely slaps. And if you don't have a tolerance to stimulants like caffeine and alpha-yo, the alpha-yo caffeine mix is the star of the show. It is a strong pre-workout for a mainstream pre-workout. I mean, it slaps. I would call it the highest. It's what I refer to as a stim junkie daily. So it's something you can take regularly. I'd say like 3-4 days a week. Any more than that would kind of be on the verge of unhealthy. And I would say that it would be fine to take 3-4 days a week. So look, the reason I said I don't like the beta-alanine at 6.4 grams is because I'm a supplement reviewer. So I don't want to be oversaturated with beta-alanine. because then I stopped feeling the tingles. I just like feeling the tingles. And the more I saturate in my system, the less I respond to it. The truth of the matter is there's nothing wrong with having 6.4 grams of beta-alanine. So you take the drink. The first thing I felt 10 minutes after ingesting it was very strong beta tingles. So if you don't like beta tingles, this will not be for you. Very strong beta-alanine experience, followed by pretty much immediately after, I'd say 12 minutes after ingesting it, because I keep a look on the watch. 12 minutes after ingesting it, energy. Very strong, awake, a wave of strong, awake, alert energy. Now, they got it right with the formula where they made it so the stim experience is just right, where the alpha yo does not put you in any kind of death or survival mode. It feels very well sourced. You will feel the alpha yo. As I said, the alpha yo and the caffeine, the alpha yo gives you a very apparent head high. The focus and endurance and physical energy is insane on this thing. I mean, it is awesome. The thing slaps. So about 15 minutes after ingesting it, the energy and the mental, there's like a high with it. The alpha yo gives you like a head high where you're flying through your training. I mean, no mercy on the iron. You do not want to rest between sets. Your heart rate is up. There was no like death or survival mode. There was no point where I felt like it was too much. It was just right. I mean, for a daily Stim Junkie pre-workout, it just hit the spot, man. This is a great experience. The pumps were solid on it. None of that water pump from the glycerol. It was more of a tight vascular pump. Has you looking good. I don't recommend throwing anything with this except 5 grams of creatine. I like that it's 20 grams and it didn't feel super heavy on the stomach. Any more could mess with the synergy of it, but you're free to do what you want. I'm not saying you can't, but I wouldn't. Like, I like what they're giving us here. Now, about 40 minutes into taking it, after ingesting it, your head is like spinning, like in the best way possible. There's a mood elevation and a focus, and the endurance and strength just has you training like a maniac. This is and then it leaves you with this long lasting, I don't know if it's the delay release caffeine mixed with the alpha yo, this long lasting energy where after your training you just feel productive, awake as heck. This is one of those wake you out of the dead pre-workouts. Awake, alert, productive energy that lasts and doesn't quit. It's just a great experience, man, if you like high stim. Now, if you're not a high stim guy, you might have some side effects from the alpha yo, might increase your heart rate too much. My heart rate was up the whole time. I'm experienced with these ingredients. I felt that it was just right. It had just the right amount of slap, and it was kind of a builder, so it didn't slap you all at once and you're like, oh, this is too much. It just kind of kept building and building with the training, where you're just, by the end of your training, you're like, I'm freaking flying, man. I feel great. Not an illicit DMHA, DMAA sense, but that alpha yo caffeine, delay release caffeine, theobromine, great mood elevation, great sense of well-being. And the star of the show is just the physical energy. You're just so energized and focused on your training. So it's a great, I mean, as I said, for a mainstream pre-workout, for any pre-workout, it's excellent. Excellent. But for a mainstream pre-workout, it's the tops to me, because there's no GBB like the Redcon 1 had, so you're not sweating profusely. Might have you sweating a little. It's just a positive experience. That's what I've got, man. We've left no stone unturned here at Pre-Workout World. Hope you enjoyed the review. Hit the like button. On to the next one. If you liked the review, subscribe to the channel. But if you didn't like the review, subscribe to the channel also. Together, let's get this dang pre-workout. I'm out.